What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, a trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis, live discussion about every aspect of trading. As you can see, this is the third day of trading week. We have seen that after yesterday's movement, the market a little bit in a consolidation, and we are expecting to have another wave of movement in the upcoming session. So before I begin the session, give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So let's begin with some of the instrument that I'm looking at, starting with gold, and then we'll jump onto the other instrument as well, how we can find trading opportunity to see how the market is moving. So starting with, first of all, daily time frame. All right, this is the daily chart on gold. And what we saw that daily time frame gold has dropped as expected, has broken this important level of support, has come down again. We saw that a bit of pullback to the upside. Now if we look at a bit higher time frame on the weekly, we can see that the price has broken the previous weekly low, tested the 20 EMA. This is where the smart money zone, where we saw that from that level slowly trying to reject, because it's a very important previous resistance which turns support here. But we could see further further penetration, because even if we look at the higher time frame on the monthly, we saw that gold, as soon as the monthly close, as the price triggered liquidity, we could see that gold coming down further. And I think that gold may come down to the monthly support level. So there is a probability for further drop. And weekly, if we quickly look at the weekly time frame, we can see this is where back to back quite a few weekly opening and closing, which is also a liquidity zone. Now if we look at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily perspective that today's candle, the one that has closed, has a long wick at the bottom, and they are creating series of lower high. So we could potentially see that gold also coming down to break this low, or even to create a new lower low. So any kind of movement to the upside may give us potential trading opportunity. Now if you look at the 4-hour perspective, you can see how the market has evolved here. From this level there was massive drop, and with this drop the price has come to the support. Locally we could see some pullback, and I think that if the price managed to reach that zone where there is a 4-hour 20 EMA, or even it might even respect this resistance, then we can expect it to melt towards the downside. So from the lower time frame, from 15 minutes, we saw that there is a big gap opening today, and with this gap opening, the bulls trying to make this to the upside. Now there are a couple of scenarios could happen. First scenario is, as you can see, there's a gap opening and the price left this neckline, this support, which is turning resistance here. And you see that previously the price did the same thing. If you look at this lower time frame, there's a head and shoulder here on gold, and with this head and shoulder, the price has broken to the downside from this head and shoulder, and there is a big drop, consolidation, pullback to the upside. And we saw that the price has reached the same smart money zone, tested this level, and then had another drop. Now either we could see consolidation and drop further, or we might see slowly gold going up to test this level, which can give us a lot of trading opportunity. Now based on the current time price action, we will be looking for entry on gold like we did yesterday. This is the live trade that you have seen, the fourth trade in a row on gold that we secured profit. Now we discussed that one yesterday in the live, that in fact an incredible trade which you closed at 2 to 1 reward to risk ratio in this New York session live. So let's see if we can find any other opportunity. Definitely will be opening position. So in the meantime, before I progress further, make sure that you give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also let me know in the live chat how you are doing. What's the situation in your trading? Waiting. Thank you very much. Imran Mia, hope you're doing well, coach. Morning, boss. Thank you very much. Morning, coach and family. Thank you very much. Benson, hello, coach. Good morning from Abu Dhabi, coach. God bless you and your family always. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good morning from Egypt. Thank you very much. Morning, guys. AUD USD, yeah, absolutely. We'll be looking at that. Good morning, coach. Thank you. Good morning. Gbpusd AUD, thank you very much. Good morning. That's awesome. Thank you for that. So let's quickly look at locally here. We see that some in this lower time frame, the price trying to make some bullish move to the upside here in this lower time frame. So there is a gap opening, but if you look at the 4-hour, okay, the trend is down. I always, if we trade on the 5 minutes time frame, on the lower time frame, or 15 minutes, we have to look at bigger picture. So for 5 minutes, multi time frame is 4 hour is the best to look at to see the trend. Now this trend is down, it has come well below. We might see that pullback. Now how far is the pullback will depend on the price action. So what I think that this is the local bullish move on the 5 minutes time frame. It might reach that 1951-52 level, but yeah, based on the price action, then we will be looking to enter. Still a little bit in a sideways. Anytime the opportunity may arise, so make sure that you stick till the end. So let me look at in the meantime what others are doing, what other instrument giving us trading opportunity. If we look at some other pairs, I see that most of that instrument in a very strong trending direction. Okay, so Eurusdjpy also you see that bullish move. Now I will be looking at now NZD USD and AUD USD as well, because they looks very volatile due to the quite a few news been released. Now if we look at first of all monthly price action on AUD USD, we can see that from the monthly perspective, AUD USD back to back 2 months of long week candles, okay, on AUD USD, and after back to back 2 months rejection on this instrument, AUD USD had a drop, right? Massive drop. Now with this drop so far, we see that AUD USD has broken this monthly support level, and as we see that back to back 2 months of rejection, AUD USD has created a new lower low. I think that AUD USD may continue to drop further to the downside. If we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, the price creating series of lower high and lower low, and overall picture on AUD USD, which is also showing potentially bearish. Now this is the, you can see this is the resistance line on AUD USD. Now with this resistance, what we see that the price is respecting this level and started to drop further. I think that AUD USD might come back down to this support level. You can see this is the weekly channel. The price was moving for respecting this for a long time, and we could see that Aussie dollar coming down to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily time frame. From the daily perspective, this is the daily impulse, and then creating series of lower high and lower low. So what we see that from the daily perspective, there is a long wick candle, strong rejection, and then there is a long wick candle, another rejection. So from the daily perspective, we see that AUD USD creating downtrending market structure. Now from the 4-hour time frame, we see that this is a support level on AUD USD, and this is a channel. So the price, in fact, this is the news candle. You have seen that on AUD USD crossing the 20 MA and has created a move. There is another pullback, and I think that you see this 4-hour candle, which is in fact a bearish candle. I think the price, it may continue to drop. The way this price action is, it's a very nice looking trending market structure, and we could see that AUD USD coming back to this support level for longer term perspective. So AUD USD, highly likely that we could see the market is coming to the support level, and any opportunity coming here for selling, we will be looking to sell on AUD USD. Right, so this is a bearish market. Any opportunity coming along will be look for selling. So AUD USD and most of the USD pairs looks like that bearish. Let's see how it goes, and let me know in the live chat, guys, how you are doing. Thank you. Good morning, coach from Dhaka. Thanks for Muhammad Mamin. Coach, you are doing a great job. Okay, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Morning, sir. Gbp AUD, please, from Kenya. Good morning, coach from Benin. Hi, coach. Your voice is low. Are you sure? I think the voice should be fine. Let me know, guys, if the voice is low. Look for Euro USD. Yep, Euro USD. Good morning, coach. Analyze. Thank you. Please look at JPY. Yeah, we'll be looking at all those. So we have looked at AUD USD, and then we'll look at JPY pairs. In the meantime, let's go back to gold to see if there is any entry opportunity here on gold. If we look at, okay, so gold, you can see it's a little bit of choppy at the moment. So let's also look at the news calendar, Forex Factory. So if we look at Forex Factory to the calendar, we can see that in Forex Factory, so today we had news been released on NZD, which in fact a mixed reaction here. Employment change is better for NZD, which is good, positive, and unemployment rate is higher than expected. So this is a mixed reaction on the news. Now for 10:15 p.m. coming dollar, right? So ADP non-farm employment change, we will be covering that. Will come on 10 p.m. so we'll be covering that news. Definitely should have some good opportunity there. Give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll be also covering that news. And this week is NFP week. As you know, that NFP is always a good opportunity for us as a trader. So if you want to trade NFP, also don't hesitate to join us. There is a link in the description area. You can visit the website. We do have quite a few good trades, and I look forward to have some more today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow. So still we have 3 days to trade for this week. So looking at gold on the lower time frame. Now this 1 hour chart on gold, right, we see that there is a sharp drop and then immediate rejection. Now if gold candle, this 1 hour candle, is closing like that, there are two probable scenario is for the price to retest this level, or based on how it is closing, if we see it's closing well below, we might even see another drop. All right, so we need to see really how the market is opening, like how they're reacting. So this doji here on the 1 hour, which has a liquidity, so yeah, here in that zone locally, this 15-minute chart showing local bullish movement, there is a probability for short-term movement to the upside. You can see there could be at least a local bullish move on gold. There is a valid reason behind it. You can see there is a strong movement, okay, correction movement, so the market moves in majority of the time like that. And finally we have seen strong drop, and that drop that we have secured that profit on gold in our NY session live, and then the price has come to the support level, open with a gap, and we have seen again. So there is a probability for the price to move back to the resistance level. There is a probability, not fully, because the trend is still maintaining that downtrend. So it is important that, you know, trading with the trend. All right, this is what I discuss always, trading with the trend. If you are not sure about how to identify a trend, also let me know in the live chat. We'll discuss more. How many of you are sure about the direction of a trend? Blair, can you look at silver? Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Okay, voice good, audio okay, thank you very much. Euro USD, Afan. Okay, so we'll be looking at that. AUD CHF, okay, all of them, thank you. So I'll be looking at euro dollar and then CAD JPY. So looking at euro dollar, so first of all, looking at daily. Now from the daily time frame, we see that from the bigger picture, daily, you see that this is a very interesting price action on euro dollar, very narrower and smaller, you know, narrow zone here on euro dollar. This is a, for me, it's a bearish price action. If you look at the weekly, you'll understand what I'm saying. So from the weekly, we saw that with this movement on euro dollar, this is a starting of this move on euro dollar, and with this bullish move, there is a pullback on euro dollar. Now this movement, you can see there is a vertical move, sharp move to the upside, and you see that happens when you see the market deviates from its resistance level. In majority of the time, if you see that a market moving in, let's say in a channel, and if the price deviate from that channel, you'll see again the price come back to the support level. So euro dollar, you can see that has deviated with this movement, and back to back 2 weeks drop. This week, what I think that, as this is NFP week, what I think euro dollar might come back down again. All right, we could see that euro dollar again coming to this support level. Very highly likely to happen that euro dollar will come back to this support level, and or even at least we can expect it to, in the first move, for in this liquidity zone, as there is a doji. So liquidity is kind of magnet act with the pricing for the drag the price to the zone. Now if we look at the daily, from the daily perspective on euro dollar, we see that this is the market has dropped, little correction, drop, liquidity grab. Now this daily candle, you can see it has crossed 2 liquidity candle, and that's why it triggered you'll see that the more the prior candle crosses the liquidity zone, the stronger the movement. So, and afterwards we see that now back to back 4 days of consolidation on the daily. So basically when you see a movement, a triangle, the price as a rule of thumb should be breaking towards the downside. Now from that perspective, we can expect euro dollar to break to the downside. Now if we look at intraday on the 4-hour time frame, we see that euro dollar, this movement crossed the 20 EMA, and again we saw that here there is a the sellers try to break this low, but instead we have seen the price has gone up again, has crossed this high. Now at the moment, what I think that you can see, this is the previous support which is turning resistance here, and euro dollar might, the price tested the support as resistance, and highly likely that we could see respect of this level coming back to this resistance line. So in the very lower time frame, we could see some selling opportunity on euro dollar. So anytime, especially after a liquidity grab, we will look for selling opportunity on euro dollar. So like AUD USD, euro dollar also showing potentially bearish. This is the 1-hour chart, still not showing any entry. When you'll see the price has a very strong liquidity grab from the top, we'll look for like this one here, this one. These are very, very good price action for potential selling. Right, so when the market drop, it shows its hand and very easily understood. So as soon as we will find an entry, we'll be looking to enter euro dollar as well. So as I mentioned, that as NFP later today also there is a news coming up, we should be able to see some good movement. Okay, as soon as we will find a trade, we will be opening position if it satisfies the rules of the strategy. Right, so I hope that you guys enjoying. Don't forget to like the stream and also subscribe to the channel. And also if you are looking for a regulated broker, or if you want to join the regulated broker, you can join EverTrade. They are our recommended and regulated broker. So I'm giving a link in the live chat. Also there is a link in the description area for regulated broker. So once you click the link, you can register for free and then start trading with a regulated broker. There are no commission, and any deposit withdrawal is very easy and swift. So as soon as you click, you can start registering and use a partner code Wizard. So if you are in the eligible country, you can receive 20% bonus on your trading account. So let's move forward with Gbpusd. So basically euro dollar, Gbpusd, AUD USD, almost all of them in the same direction. So let's quickly look at JPY pairs to see how it is doing. Now looking at first of all dollar yen and Gbpusd, and then we'll go back. So before that, let me see the gold, as there is a candle close coming. Okay, so I think gold might have a short-term drop. So we might see that gold again for short term might drop back to this level, but it's a very narrow space for us for risk to reward. We might I'm still not selling, but I'm just checking the risk to reward, guys. I think that gold might drop to this level, but that's be very tight. It's only 1.7. Okay, so we could see some short-term drop because there is a, you see this is a very lower time frame established resistance level, and this current candle has crossed that high. So this candle has a liquidity, so because it gathered liquidity, we might see some short-term drop on gold, and it might even form an inverted head and shoulder like that, and then we could see that moving to the upside for local bullish movement. So there is a, as 1 hour candle is closing, if you look at the 1 hour candle close, just we see that the market has opened with a long wick at the top. So yeah, there is a probability for gold after testing this level to come back down, and then after forming this inverted head and shoulder, we could see that gold going up for local pullback. So going to the 15 minutes, what I think that the way I see this price action here on gold, I think we might see some bullish movement. This pattern here is a potential bullish movement to the upside for short-term perspective. And I think you see that this market maintaining this support level. Okay, so this is a very long-term support here on gold, and if we delete this, all right, we see that okay, this is a long-term very important level and maintaining this support. So because it bounced from here, we might see that the market again going to that resistance, okay, testing this neckline and coming back, and we might see that ranging in that zone. So whenever the price is coming, it's forming a lower low, you see that. So we saw here swing low has come down here, created a lower low, and then created another lower low. So basically whenever the price is hitting that level, creating a lower low, and whenever the price is hitting this resistance, testing the neckline, and now we can expect another retest of this neckline. I think at some point we could see gold is hitting that 1969 1970 level, and then we might see that gold from that zone is moving to the coming down. So for short-term perspective, if we see that this local uptrend is being established, the price managed to break the high, we'll look for buying later today. First we need to see that the market in fact managed to break the high and has broken this this trend line. This trend is changed from this previous downtrend to an uptrend, so there is a probability for the price to now move in this direction, respecting the support. Yeah, so there is a probability, and because it's in a transition from a downtrend to an uptrend. Now it might change or it might break down again. So if we see that the market gathering liquidity, which is happening here, you see that this 5 minutes candle is a strong liquidity grab, and also we saw that there is a reversal here. This kind of pattern is a reversal. So if the price managed to reject from the support level like this long wick candle, forming this inverted head and shoulder, any kind of reversal, then we'll look for buying on gold. So for me, so far on the lower time frame, I'm bullish on gold. Let me know what's your opinion on gold, which way gold is heading. Also your opinion important, let me know in the live chat. All right, so in the meantime, any trade coming along the way, we will be opening, we do open quite a few trades, VIP trades as well as the live trade that you have seen. So I'd recommend you to also join us if you want to see all the trade that I am opening, and also all the strategy courses that I am using to trade the market. The technique that I have also shared with in the website. If you are our member, you will be able to access them, and also you can use all the trading tools that I am using. So there is a link in the description area, also link at the top of the chat. So once you click the link, visit the website and then click join now button, you will be able to access all the tools that we have in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Being part of this trading community, and also you'll be able to access the VIP chat group where other traders are trading with us. So thank you, and I would recommend you to consider, because that will help you to grow, to fast track your learning and growing as a trader. Thank you very much. Good morning, coach from Nigeria. Thank you very much. NZDCHF. Dan, morning, coach. And Gbpusd to. How do you feel about trading option in short? Yeah, very good. Thank you for that. Hello, Gbpusd. Yeah, Euro GBP. Okay, we'll be looking at that. Thank you. Gbpusd. Please, can we discuss about trends? Yeah, very good question. Yeah, that's an important topic we'll be discussing. Good morning, coach. I've got day off today. Oh, Andy, that's very good. You had a good day off. You are relaxed. That's awesome. Good to hear that. USD family nicely. Thank you very much, GJ. We will go up 1955. Okay, so 100% bullish. All right. So we see that quite a few of you think that gold is going up. Okay, so that's a very good prediction. I think so. For short term, we could see bullish move. Yeah, Meha. Yeah, absolutely. Please check DXY Darvinaya. Yeah, DXY will be looking at that, because DXY will give us a clear idea of most of the USD pairs. Imo, morning, coach. Thank you, Imo. So let's quickly look at, in fact, DXY, and then we will be looking at NASDAQ. Yeah, all of them we will be looking at. So I will be looking at DXY to see. All right. So let's look at, first of all, daily. Now from the daily, DXY is a bull market. Okay, so if we look at bigger picture on the monthly, we can see that DXY from the monthly perspective, this is the monthly candle closed. And if you watch my previous weekly Forex forecast, I would recommend you to watch that. You have seen that the this is what I exactly expected, the DXY to go up to close above this level. Exactly, this is what happened. And now what I think, that DXY might test the support and then may continue to rise a bit more upside. So from bigger picture, DXY is currently bullish. Now from the weekly, you can see after this weekly middleman, the price is moving up, and I think with this movement we could see DXY highly likely could break this resistance line, okay, which is very highly likely to happen. So DXY could break the resistance, and even we could see that new higher high is been created on DXY. Now if we look at the daily time frame, we can see that from the daily perspective, there is a doji, a bullish candle, a shooting star here. Okay, so with that shooting star today, so far we saw that the market started to move up. So DXY looks to me from the daily, which is bullish, but we could see that local pullback. Now in case DXY breaking this daily low, all right, that could be a very massive bullish price action. Even if it managed to drop back to this daily support, will be a very good buying opportunity. Now from the lower time frame, we can see that this 4-hour candle has dropped to the support level, again immediate rejection. So currently what I think that we might see a little consolidation here and then ultimately upside. So yeah, so we see that a bit more sideways on DXY, but the trend is still bullish. You can see that very strong impulse correction. So the price is still creating series of higher high and higher low. So DXY is potentially bullish. Bigger picture, locally we might see some downside movement. Now if we look at gold with perspective of DXY, we would say that gold is also bearish, bigger picture, and this is what we see. But when we trade on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, we have to look at a different picture because local time frame is important. Now locally we see that which is going in the direction as expected, the bullish move. So first, once it establish its uptrend, then we can look for entry on gold. And so DXY, we see that as we are expecting gold to go up for local time frame for some more time, then we might see the DXY coming down to the support level. Now they're almost moving currently in the same direction. This happens sometime. I think that this is the 4-hour candle. The next one is this one closing 50 minutes. The next one we might see a bit more downside, and DXY might even test that 4-hour 20 EMA, breaking this support, and then could go up. So if DXY coming down here to test this level, gold might go up because they're inversely related. So we might see that gold is moving to the upside. Okay, so for short term we can potentially see some upside movement on gold. I hope that you enjoying. Give a big like, guys. Smashing the like button will help you that the stream to be visible to more people, and also subscribe to the channel, press that bell button. So 2 seconds pause for everyone to do that. That's awesome, thank you. So when you do that, that helps the channel, and also once you are subscribed, all the things will be on your home page. And with that said, so let's keep eye on gold again. And this is the doji on gold with the gap opening, which is potentially locally bullish price action. And we could see that in the primary move, gold might be at least touching the 20 EMA or even breaking this high to the upside. And in the 1-hour chart, it is forming an inverted head and shoulder. So with this inverted head and shoulder, we could see it's going up to test this neckline and then coming down. So it might be ranging in that zone, but it's still on the lower time frame. It's in fact a massive move, and that move can give even 10 times profitable trade as well possible. You have seen that early this week we had massive trade on gold. The highest one has given us the 1500 points, and the one that we yesterday opened also was a very good trade. So all the trades this week we have opened 4 trades, all of them winner. You can watch that, you can see all the trades that we are opening. Also, if you are our member, I would recommend you to join us. There is a link in the description area and also link at the top of the chat to see all the trades that I am opening with entry, stop loss and take profit, and also all the strategy that I am using, all the tools that I am using. You will be able to use that. So with that said, let's keep eye on gold to see which way it's heading. As soon as we will find the entry candle that we are looking for, we can look to go long or short based on the price action. So we will keep that watching, and in the meantime, let me know guys what's your thought on that. 52 gold save. Okay, so good morning coach, please Gbpusd. Absolutely. Today gold will yeah, let's see, please DXY, because US data will come up to forecast. Thank you. Hello sir, do you have specific rules when drawing dynamic trend line? Okay, so for dynamic trend line, okay, so dynamic trend line is a very good question. There is no specific rules on dynamic trend line. So the best way that I look at dynamic trend line is by using the moving average. Now 10 and 20 EMA is a very effective way to understand the dynamic trend line. Now you can see that this is the 15-minute chart, okay, on gold. Now see how the price respected this 20 EMA. You see nicely up to here it's respected, then it's now here choppy. So when it respect, you can see here also the price respecting. So this is what I use as a dynamic support. In fact, moving average is a dynamic support and resistance. So, and this helps, this moving average helps to formulate the strategy as well. Now the trade that we have opened yesterday, this one, okay, it helps the moving average to find out the candle which our entry candle on gold, and from that zone you saw this gold has this drop and we had secured that trade. And understanding the moving average will really help you. And there is, you know what, I think that there is no other way you can identify a dynamic support and resistance, because the market will never give you a perfect shape. The market will never move in a perfect shape. The market will always create a pattern that is, you know, more often a new kind of pattern. So that's why moving average helps me, because whatever the shapes, moving average find it way to support, or you know, way to create that resistance. So, and you'll see that market either respecting 10 EMA or 20 EMA. Some market you will find in a very strong momentum, you will see that respecting the 10 EMA or respecting the 20 EMA, so which is a dynamic. Here it's 20 EMA acting as a dynamic resistance. So rather than trying to draw it, because if you draw a curved line, that you can try, but you know, I didn't find it effective to draw a curved line, but for analysis purpose we draw. So yeah, also let me know your thought. What do you think? How do you draw your dynamic support or resistance line? Okay, and in the meantime, if you want to access this tool that I'm using for trading, this is TF strategy indicator. You can find it, all the information in your dashboard, in your student dashboard. So once you log in to the website, you can see there is an option for trading tool, and you can click that. You'll find all the information how you can access this indicator. This is a TF strategy indicator. And if you are not our lifetime member, I would recommend you to join. If you are our lifetime member, you will be able to access this after you will go through the strategy. So a link in the description area below this video you can find, or you can find the link at the top of the chat, so where you can click join now button, then you will be able to join. So now here on gold, on the 15 minutes, you can see it's trying to form a movement to the upside. The previous 15 minutes candle, this is the doji. Now let me see. Okay, so we saw this local movement. I'm still not happy for buy yet. If it breaks this low and sharply rejected, then we can look for some short-term bullish movement. So they are, after breaking the low, especially along this line, if we see that gold has given us an entry, we'll be looking to buy. For me locally, we might see that movement to the upside on gold. DXY is bullish, then how gold can be bullish? Very good question. So DXY is bullish, gold also bearish. So we were talking about the higher time frame and the lower time frame. So now let's say we are looking at gold in the 5 minutes time frame, and if you look at DXY on the 5 minutes, so if you keep the timing same, you might see that this market is overextended, and anytime we could see the price is coming down. But sometime you'll see that gold almost behave in the same direction as DXY. It happens sometime, rarely, but it's always inversely related. Trisman, thank you very much. Could feel some imbalance in 4 hour. Yeah, coach, why do you preach support and resistance instead of liquidity and imbalance? Okay, so very good question. So liquid, I use both of them, both support and resistance, and liquidity and imbalance. Let me tell you why. Because imagine this one here. Let me give you an example. So mainly support and resistance, you need to define the boundary. Let's say you have a property, a house, all right? Now if you don't have a boundary, then how do you know that someone is invading or crossing your boundary? Similarly, if you know the support and resistance, you know that where is the retail trader looking to buy and sell, so that you can know that where is the liquidity. For example, this is a crucial level of support here, right? Until this candle, let me delete that. So here it's a support, very important level of support. Now what happened here is that it's a violation of that support, right? And with that violation, liquidity grab, long week candle, and we had a trade here as well, sell trade. If you remember, if you're on the VIP, we had a sell trade and we closed it immediately with 1.5 times profit. And because we saw this massive rejection, and from that time gold had massive movement to the upside. Now if you know that where is the support, you know that when the price triggering the liquidity, below this support there is liquidity. By knowing the support and resistance, you know where is the liquidity. So what is liquidity? In one word, liquidity is the fuel of the market, is the volume that a trader using to open, buy or sell. Now why does liquidity below this level? This is the question. Now the biggest thing here to learn is that you see that a candlestick pattern, a rejection, anything you can understand. Okay, you can understand because they are visible, but the liquidity is an invisible part. Until we see a sharp rejection, we don't know more often where is the liquidity. What do I mean by this? Let's say the market is here, okay? Before this candle, the price is here, right? Okay, like that. Now you know that there could be liquidity below this level, or it could be liquidity below this level, right? Which one is big boys targeting? Until that you don't know, no one knows. Even I didn't know. I sold from here, which was running in profit, and then what happened? The next candle, see, you'll understand what I mean. You see that? Now you know that there was a liquidity here. Before that candle, we don't know. So This is how you can understand where is the liquidity, so that you can trade with the big boys. This is where the banks traded. This is where there's a big volume came in the market, because it triggered the liquidity. And once you saw that, you know that okay, there is a liquidity trigger, now I'm gonna buy. And then before we buy, we sold it here because we were on a sell trade. And then you can see that because there's a lot of trader here who bought from here for this move, stop loss below this low, and that liquidity is triggered. Now it could, let's say the market did something like that, all right, instead of this long rejection, it is still falling, maintaining a candle that is potentially bullish like that. Then once it crossed this level, is still maintaining a long wick candle at the bottom with a healthy body, that's the sign that the market is still haven't triggered huge liquidity. We could see further movement. So price action will tell you when the institutional traders are trading, and then you can trade with them. So once you trade with the smart money, your account will grow like the smart money traders account. Okay, so this is how the smart money trading, very simple. Simplicity is the best to make profit from trading. Okay guys, hope that you are enjoying. Now smash the like button if you haven't done yet, and also if you are looking to join a regulated broker, you can join Trade. They are regulated by SIC FCA, and also there is a link below this video in the description area. You can click the link, or I can give you a link in the live chat. So Trade. All right, so once you click the link, so I have given a link. Once you click the link, you can register for free, and then you can start trading with a very little capital or as much as you want, because they are regulated. So any profit that you make, easily you can withdraw or deposit in your trading account or withdraw. They are 100% safe. So let's move on with that. Let's see where we have the next opportunity on this instrument. So we see that with this from that zone gold. Okay, so here it's trying to make that movement again. Please GBP USD, GBP AUD, we will be looking at that. NASDAQ, yeah, next we will be looking at the NASDAQ. Okay, so and gal, you can use it. Okay, there is a gap opening in gold, so gold bearish candle will fill. US30, yeah, we'll be looking at the indices. Okay, divine wisdom, thank you very much. All right, so let's quickly look at now indices. We'll be looking at, first of all, NASDAQ, looking at the lower time frame. Now NASDAQ, you have seen yesterday's discussion as well. Indices looks to me that little bit of tired, the trend, so the bulls little bit of tired. We might see some bearish move on this one on indices. If you look at the weekly, we can see that previous weekly candle couldn't break this rejection zone, so we might see that NASDAQ coming down to the to grab some liquidity. Now this is the monthly candle on NASDAQ. You can see this is a very sharp move to the upside. From monthly perspective, almost 5 months bullish move. This is the 6th month, and with this 6th month move on NASDAQ, now I think it might come down for a deeper pullback. Now it might come down to this support level on the weekly, or even could break the support low, and from the weekly we can see that potential movement. Now one thing we need to understand is that when you see a market in an established trend, it's not gonna directly break down. All right, it's not gonna break down. Instead, we could see that the market creating series of lower high and lower low. So we might see a drop, gathering liquidity, going up, a drop, gathering liquidity, going up, that way. All right, so if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily move, and here is a local breakdown. The bulls tried to break the high, but we see that there's a gap opening and the bulls are not getting enough strength now to create a new low, higher high. So we might see at least breaking the swing low or even coming down. So it might range in that area on the daily if we look at, or we could see some strong movement based on the price action. So from the 4-hour perspective, from swing trading point of view on NASDAQ, we could see that, you see, this is a head and shoulder break, and I think we might see the downside movement on NASDAQ. From 1 hour, we see that it's forming local bearish market structure. So NASDAQ is potentially downside for at least short term we can look at. So for me to enter any trade in indices, definitely I need to see a strong liquidity grab in an important area of value. So if you look at this one here, you see that this is a liquidity grab in a support level, very simple candlestick pattern, and you can see afterwards price has moved like that. So we need to see that the market gathered liquidity from the resistance and given us an entry, then we'll be looking to enter NASDAQ. Okay, let's see how it goes. In the meantime, you can join the free Telegram channel. You can find a link in the description area for free Telegram channel, and also I can give you a link in the live chat so that you can click and join. So free Telegram, all right, you can use that link to join free Telegram channel to stay connected with us for everything that we have. So NASDAQ, and if we look at the US30, I'll be looking at first of all daily. Now from the daily perspective, US30 is also very strongly bullish market. Just always I had a question before that to talk about the trend. Keep in mind guys, trend is your friend. Trend is one of the 3 secrets that I consider in my trading: trend, market structure, and liquidity. If you know all of them properly and developing a sound trading psychology, you can become a consistently profitable trader. It's not that hard that people think. So trend, then how do you identify trend in a market? Very simple. See, I use 10 and 20 EMA to understand the relative movement in the market. Some of you may be using indicator to understand the trend, such as 200 EMA, 50 EMA, depend on everyone's has his own approach, and that's completely fine. Many traders use that, but the best way, the accurate way to understand the trend is from the market structure. So what is a market structure? Market structure is when the market creates series of higher high and higher low, which is, we can say, an uptrending market structure. Okay, so this is market structure. Or in a downtrend, we'll create a series of lower high and lower low. In a sideways market, we can see that the market moving something like that. So which is a market structure. Now you may not find a textbook market structure always testing the swing high, swing low, but if you look at from bigger picture, you understand it, in fact, which way the market is trending. Now you can see US30, very predictable trending market structure. You can see the price is creating series of higher high and higher low. Now you know the trend. So when you know the trend, you know that in an uptrending market the direction will be only to the upside, okay, based on the time frame that you are trading. Now in a downtrending market the direction always to the downside. Now here is the point comes in place, is that time frame. Let's say you are looking at, this is the 4-hour or daily or higher time frame, and you're looking, you see an uptrend. But if you look at 5 minutes, now you could see a downtrend. Okay, you can see that it's currently there was a massive drop, so it was in a downtrend. It's still showing downtrend, right? It's still showing the bearish price action. This doji is a bearish price action pattern. We might see a spike, but it's still showing, you know, bearish. So this is why it is very, very important that, you know, when you identify the direction of the trend, you need to know that what time frame you are looking at. And best way is to identify the trend based on the higher and lower time frame together. And when, you know, these are the factors that I use when I find an entry. See, let's say there will be a time when you'll see this 5 minutes time frame also bullish. All right, let's say now 5 minutes is bearish, but what about this one here? You see that this movement, and see this, you know, when you look at the movement, you'll see how strength of, you know, what is the strength of the movement. And you see here, see, so when you see that all time frame aligning in the same direction, this is where very high probability trades comes in place. And the best way, the best reward trading with the higher and lower time frame in same direction. Let's say you made a mistake, you entered in a wrong place, not mistake, let's say you entered late or early, but if you trade in the direction of the trend, ultimately will take you to the bigger flow. So that's why it is important that developing patience also very important, because you may not find always trading in the direction of the major trend. I also don't find, let's say gold we trade frequently based on the local price action, but when you find it, it's a very high probability setup. Okay, so that's the best way to learn and grow as a trader. And thank you for the support that you are putting on the channel. Give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also press that bell button if you haven't done yet. And all the support that you guys putting on the channel is really, really appreciated. And any question, don't hesitate to ask me. I try to cover all of them. Thank you so much for your time. Blessing to you and your family. Thank you. Parabolic Prince, UDCAD, EuroCAD. Okay, so CAD pairs, if we look at AUDCAD and EuroCAD. So AUDCAD is bearish, looks like to me. Like if you look at the daily, this is a, so AUD looks weaker currency currently. If we look at the weekly bigger picture, AUDCAD is in a very strong downtrend. With this weekly bearish candle, we saw this market has gone up, and from that crossing the 20 MA has formed a closed as a bearish candle. And then we have seen that there is another this is the current weekly candle also, which is bearish. Now if we look at the daily, we can see that there's a daily move correction. The price is creating series of lower high and lower low. Now from the lower time frame, we can see that nice looking trend correction. So you know, I like to trade this kind of market because the trend is very visible. Okay, you can see how the market is trending. Now AUDCAD, it's still down in a downtrend. We saw quite a few dojis and then crossed that liquidity zone and started to drop. So if I find any entry along the way, definitely I'll look to enter position as soon as I'll find it. We see that Aussie Yen, Aussie CAD, Aussie CHF. So AUD CHF also showing potentially downside. AUD NZD also, and including the AUD USD also showing potentially bearish. So you see that all of them showing potentially downside movement. Gold trade please. Yeah, absolutely. Copy. Good morning coach. Last month candle bull. Gold is the correction of bearish trend. Still the gold is bullish trend. Okay, NFP, very good, big question. So let me look at that. Let me tell you. So this one, the trade that we have opened yesterday, we'll keep that on. So let me see, deleting all of them. Let's do full analysis on gold from bigger picture. So the way I see, guys, the gold price, okay, we saw that this is the monthly candle that closed yesterday, right, on gold. Now always, whenever I look at the market, I always look from the fresh look, which I call a beginner mindset. So every time I look at, you see that I watch the gold chart so far and I start again. It's always because the market is constantly evolving. If you are trading on, let's say, 1 minute chart, if you come up 30 minutes later, you will not recognize anything. Everything changes. So the market constantly evolve. So that's why always looking from a fresh point of view will give you a very good idea, and it will help you to eliminate error. So monthly candle that has monthly close on gold, which is a candle that has a higher low and higher high. I think that gold this month initially we saw so far drop. I think we could see further drop on gold, and it might come back to this monthly support level. Very highly likely, I think gold will come back to the support level, and then we might see again moving up, forming a doji or a long wick candle. If we look at the weekly, the previous weekly is a doji. Now the price, you can see there is something we can look at here, is that it's maintaining lower high. Okay, so every week series of lower high. So what does that mean is that whenever the buyers buying going up, the sellers dropping that price down, and every week the sellers getting weaker and weaker, and because of that they couldn't create a higher high. So, and at the same time it's creating a lower low. Now because it's creating a lower low, after breaking this low the price has gone up. Now today what I think that we might see a retest of this weekly resistance and then might come down. Now if we look at the daily, this is where the most important part, because daily chart is very, very important, and you can see on the daily the price maintaining this channel. Okay, so with that said, there's a bearish candle from the daily, a narrower candle, and we could see that gold coming down to create a new lower low. So from the, now the question is it, now you can see that there is a resistance here that we are expecting the price to test the weekly opening and closing. And if we look at, you see that this is the 4-hour time frame, and I think that you see this is the local drop. Now we could see correction, all right, and then we could see another drop. So locally from lower time frame, which we see that the price trying to shift, it's changing its, you can see it's trying to change its direction from this local down to local up. So that could be the situation, going up, coming down, and finally breaking the support and going to the monthly support level. Okay, so hopefully that this is an analysis, a prediction that could be completely different. So make sure that you always also look at from your point of view also. And the trade that we enter, normally we wait for very strong price action confirmation before entering any position. Right, so hope that you are enjoying. Also, if you are looking to join a regulated broker, our recommended broker is EverTrade. They are link in the description area. They are regulated, and also they are no commission broker. Any capital that you trade will be in a safe hand. And also I can share the link in the live chat. Okay, so click that link and then register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. So with that said, guys, we see a bit more clearer direction. We might see some upside on gold. I'll keep watching the price action. I'll keep trading until we are coming on the another live, New York session live. So I'll recommend you to join that live as fast as you can, as there will be a news coming up just after we start the live. So we'll be covering that. Until that, I hope that you enjoyed. Until that, stay well, stay happy, and any trade coming along the way, I think that gold we might find some bullish trade on gold in the meantime in the London session. So you can join us if you want to see all the trade that I'm sending it to the VIPs as well. So link in the description area. Visit the website and then click join now button. So with that said, thank you guys. I'll see you very soon. Until that, always trade safe. Try to avoid over trading. And any question also, you can leave a comment, or you go to the website, ask the live agent. They will be able to help you. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.